Alright guys, let's get to some tips and tricks here and get Alyssa over for the rest of the month. So without further ado, let's dive on in and talk about the character. So Alyssa release wasn't bad at all, which is good. It was just very disappointing that the character wasn't epic instead of anyway, developing a heart for a rare. But it is what it is. But Alyssa's moves definitely could just pass off as a rare too at the end of the day, because that move right there is rare as fudge. If I can be honest with you, it's like really like the Enway's just looking for money, handouts like that, and I understand that. But come on, you can be a little bit generous to the people that actually do care about your game and try to defend you and shit. But I mean, there's gonna be some point where you'll actually care, right? I don't think so. I think we're just at a point where it's either they just want your money, so you pay for warrior boxes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna develop something a bit different here when it comes to making these new tips and tricks, and that's gonna be the level 1 challenge. Level 1 challenge is good because this is for people about to, I guess, start the game in a weird fashion sense of, oh, if I got this character, could I do well? I'm like, yeah, it depends on where you at, what can you do. We can show that all right here and now to see how good a level 1 can do. As you can see, this is a 51,000 HP lady, so obviously you're thinking, should I invest in this character more? Because it looks like you're actually doing pretty good with what you're showing me here. Like, she actually has a good amount of potential, especially if we can increase the damage, obviously by leveling her up. Yes, you could, but I just wait for her to drop out of premium and level her up from there. Makes it a little bit more exciting. Because honestly, Melissa isn't like really bad, but I think they just made her an epic because of the 2-cost breaker. I can understand that, but this 2-cost breaker legit doesn't even cover like, my mom's like ham sandwiches here, and that's like not a good thing because those are some pretty good eats there when it comes down to playing a certain character. But yeah, Alyssa definitely just needs like a little bit of some type of fast breaker at the end of the day, just to kind of get like a push on the opponent if they're going to turtle her out. Because that strike move she does with the, the going forward thing, and her tiger thrust actually, it's not the best. As you can see that speed, I mean, more extra players will be able to see and read that. The more you see it, the easier it gets. So always be prepared for anything. But Alyssa is like a nice, decent, balanced character. Not OP, just right, and that's a good thing. I'd rather them just be just right, playable, versus, OP as fuck. So that's another thing what I like about the character. I mean, it's really good. So, like I said, I'm going to start, I'm using fast breakers because, again, I don't want my opponent to, like, turtle me out and wait for that strike that's so easy to read. But even that strike right alone would just say, yeah, this character should have just been a rare, and we know Enway was just trying to steal our money. Duh. But anyways, yeah. There's just, like, certain things. I mean, Alyssa does look like she can really put in some work, and that is, again, another positive note. So that's good to know. I mean, hey, you can level up this character if you want. That's on you. Obviously, it's an epic, so pretty much only means next month's character could be even better. I only say that because, I mean, how this character is, and seeing that there's a little bit of a trend with some 2-cost energy moves happening. Well, 2-costers, like, now the 2-cost thing is trending for some reason a bit more. We might see another character in the future, maybe a legendary that has a 2-cost, but we'll get around to that shortly. But right now, Melissa is in a good spot as a balanced character. Once they like nerf up Tizen and stuff like that, she can definitely compete with a lot of the stuff on the ladder. For sure, like without a doubt, that breaker is nice because the strike is a cancel and the breaker is a 2-cost. Pretty much they made the character like, oh, I'm going to do the strike and then I'm going to go for the breaker, obviously, and then you get your real damage off the breaker. That was pretty much their game plan when it came to primarying with Alyssa in general. So that was their entire game plan. Little something about that. I wish there was more distance. I know the whole point of a primary is to bring the opponent closer, but sometimes I wish I could push them farther so I can rebuild my energy a little bit, just so I can get my oomph back. Because not like she has like an energy stealing move. Just saying. So yeah, you try to equip her with a shield assist just so she gets the bang bang for a buck, but the only problem is she has a lot of breakers, and that can almost be like a big downfall depending on where you're at with the character. See, if I actually got a shield there, I would have had like an easier time, but then again, I had nothing but breakers, so again, having too many breakers can pretty much hold you back sometimes. So always keep in mind when playing Alyssa, I always have a shield ready. And a strike always have like shield strike breaker, so you know you can bait out the shield they have, so you can break her and do things. But again, another thing that actually was a little bit bothersome too was the fact that Alyssa's strike didn't have really any disrupting qualities on the second hit, so it makes the cancel like okay. Like, there's nothing really to be scared of when it comes to that. If she goes full idiot, then that's an easy block. That's the problem. So the whole point is for you to bait it out and then, you know, primary spam and stupid shit like that. But, yeah, it's just, it was really weird, especially you're calling this, like, an epic with that type of strategy. I mean, I guess that's okay. It's alright. Yeah. But, yeah, you just try to play Alyssa accordingly. You try to recycle the breaker. You pretty much are trying to bait. Like, she became this big, you know, bait type of character because of the strike, because it has like that little slow momentum like that, and you know you're supposed to just keep looping the strike and breaker, and that's where actually I guess why they consider her an epic, because you can just do that. Like, all things considered, that's understandable, but I mean, this is like the first time like you're releasing a character and for some reason there's no disruptor on the second hit. And you nerf Dino Thunder Red with his own disruptor on the second hit. So again, lots of questionable decisions, if I can be honest. It's weird, very weird. Yeah, this is like the first time they release a character. I'm like, huh, no disruptor in the primary where it's like the second hit would do a sweep. Okay, I guess we're getting back to some old roots with some of these characters on release, where they have like little things going for them. Okay, I guess I can understand that. I mean, honestly, between this break, that break she does, and Astronoma's is like 10 times better. Because I believe it is actually a little bit faster than what she's bringing. So as you can tell, there was apparently an iframe there, but it looks like it was only able to jump a projectile. It can't jump like moves like what Kira can do and what stupid Scorpina could do, sadly. I mean, I thought the 2-cost would have had a little bit more of like an air game to it, like, but the frame is a very light frame. You can even use it for baits like that. I mean, that's a bait at the end of the day. If you try that, that works. Very upset he had 89 HP left, so, you know, I had to kick him in the face. You always remember, Alyssa isn't crappy. She's decent and good. It's like another Kira, just not like up to Kira's statuses of iframing, but good enough to actually bait out your opponent and get some breaker damage in. So yeah, definitely the talent tree would go well with this character as well. Looks like if you did level up her talents, she'd be putting in a lot more work and so on and so forth. Kind of surprised he has nothing but shields, so you know I kind of went for that. But I was very upset because again he did that, so that's upsetting. So Ninja Tommy is still pretty good, honestly, to this day. Honestly, a nerf isn't enough for him. He's still Tommy with the middle slotties. So you still got to work around that. I mean, people dropping all because they lost one 2-cost move was like ridiculous. Bam! I added some damage to that. So that's what makes Zanaku good. You try to use the strike into Zanaku to get some oomph, get that oomph pressure. It's like really good. Kind of mad that missed. I mean, again, another move that looked like it would cover the range, but yeah, it's just like anyway. This character, you could really feel the. Yeah, we just wanted your money. Thank you for your money. Thank you. We really appreciate your time at Enway Studios. Namaste. This guy's nothing but breaker, so I'm trying to look out for that the best I can. Bam, again. See, look, it looks like it covered the range, but then it doesn't look like it covers the range. Honestly, it makes no sense. Bam, he dashed into that one, so he had it coming, honestly. Seriously, he did. I don't know what to tell you. He was that predictable. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching Tips and Tricks on Alyssa. Level 1 Ventures. Peace out. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. Until next time.